Hi there folks, welcome to Dunzy's Guitar World 2. So on a recent cover I did of a Gillan song, the song featured Yannick Gers on guitar. Someone asked if I could maybe go through some Bernie Tormé Gillan songs, and I have a bit of an issue with that. A couple of issues actually. Bernie is one of my favourite players from hearing him as a 13-14 year old when he was in Gillan to seeing him on his last tour. Such a great guitar player. Not only that, unique, the sounds he gets from his whammy bar, harmonics and everything like that, and he never played the same thing twice. You know, you listen to the studio albums and you watch live concert footage, and Bernie was jamming. You know, he would have an idea of a solo, but he was just playing whatever was in his fingers and whatever was in his hands. So I guess the issue I have is trying to cover a Gillan song or any Bernie song is difficult from the point of view is like, I can't play like Bernie. I've got a rough idea of some of the tricks that he uses, but it's difficult to match every single nuance because he's just such a unique player. However, I thought for today's video I would indeed attempt a jam along cover of a Gillan song. This is from Mr. Universe, probably my favourite Gillan album. The song's called Vengeance. So I did this on my 1979 Greco Stratocaster, which I put new pickups in the other day. These are Fender 69 custom shop pickups. What a sound. Bernie was famous just for using like his early 60s Strat, a Muff, a Marshall head, and just the stock pickups, although I think he had them rewound by bare knuckle. But certainly from the Gillan stuff, I think it was just the stock pickups. So I think this is a reasonable representation. So this is a Marshall Super Lead and a big Muff sound coming through that. Now Bernie's famous for his whammy bar use. Now this does not have a locking trem, much like Bernie's guitar, so it does go out of tune quite a bit. So that is today's video. It's my attempt to somewhat replicate the sounds and tones and playing of Mr. Bernie Tormé. Now if anybody's interested, I will go over what I'm playing in this lesson. Now it's not what Bernie's playing, it's what I'm playing. But if you want to hear or you want to learn Tormé songs or Gillan songs accurately, someone has gratefully posted some of the lessons that Bernie did for some of the Gillan tunes. So I will put a link down below. If you want to learn how to play them properly, then please do go and check that out. You know, huge Bernie Tormé fan. I would suggest if you're not familiar with his work, please do go and check him out. So before I get on with the cover, which I've already recorded, I'll maybe go over one of the tricks that he uses in this, and I'll show you here. So at the beginning we're going between D and G. Now I think Bernie plays his G like that when I watch live videos. And a bit of whammy. But what he does on one of these, when he hits a D chord, he quickly, or it sounds like he quickly dampens the strings and then pulls the bar down on the bottom E and then lights that up. Which is like really quite tricky to do. It takes a while to get used to that. So we're going. And if you don't stop all the strings apart from the E, it sounds terrible because you'd be bringing a D chord all the way down. Sound rubbish. So I guess slowly it would go a bit like this. Like that. It's really quite tricky. He doesn't do this in this particular song, but if you're interested, like I say, in me going over some of how I think Bernie plays things, in the song Star by Tormé, what a band, Tormé. Bernie does loads of harmonics, he does it all through his career. I think in the first part in Star we're going to an So that's the chorus, but when he goes to the E, I think Tim Wingman's just sitting on an E. Bernie will go up to hit the E on the 9th fret of the G string, and then hit the harmonic, and then bend that up. Now it's a bit difficult when you're just doing it through a Kemper and I don't have any amp to give me any sort of feedback, but I'll give it my best shot. So the bass is just staying on an E, and Bernie does this. Like that. G all the way down, so it's E, then the harmonic. He really hits it. I think he does it with his whole hand almost. Anyway, he doesn't do that in this particular song, but it's just so you're aware, so to put your headphones on. So that's today's video, cover of a Gillan song called Vengeance, featuring Bernie Tormé on guitar with me bluffing along with it. If you're interested in me going over some more Bernie stuff, please do let me know. But I will state, if you want to learn any of these songs properly, please do check out the playlist below or watch some of the videos. As ever folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsi's Guitar World 2. Just for it.